You know what I'm saying?
Brother
I didn't go like,
Shaka,
oh, yeah.
let me say this before I go. You are
Yeah.
one of the most dangerous brothers in our community. Why? Because he has been listening for a long time, and when you say something, he's going to say, "Wait, but you said this on this day. Here's the video."
And he's going to have the
He is
documentation.
one of the most dangerous brothers in our community. And so I'm excited that you're here. I'm excited that Soneta's audience now knows about you. He was talking to me about Shaka. I thought he was talking about Shaka almost for a second. Because Soneta love him some Shaka Ma'at forever. So I'm just honored that now we have a more global. I know Rob Moore was kind of making a joke, but he was also making a comment. The reality is that this internet is going to allow Africans all over the world to connect on our interest, and that is powerful. That is powerful.
Yes.
I'm honored to be on. I promise I will communicate with you. I'm watching your shows ardently, Shaka. So whenever you would like me to come and chat with you privately or publicly, please let me know.
Yeah.
Okay?
I hope you're doing well. The title of this live stream is Red Ancient Egyptians? Question mark. Check the sound quality. Title of this live stream is going on my end. Andrea Burnett is in the place to be. Donnie Williams is in the place to be. V. Bennett is in the place to be. I'm going to share a video where we can hear and contrarian thinkers in the place to be as well. So I'm going to share a video where we can hear Ujao speaking. It's less than 24 hours old. Now, this excerpt will actually be 20 minutes. Sheffrin is in the place to be. I'm not going to comment. This way, nobody will try to accuse me of playing out of context, because it's a new concept now. You play people and they say you played me out of context. So it's going to be 20 minutes. The timestamp is hour 3, minute 29, and I will play it until hour 3, minute 49. So that is definitely 20 minutes. Okay. So here you can see the title of the video. You see it says broadcasted, is French, but broadcasted 22 hours ago. And let's go. I'm gonna go on mute now.
Okay. We'll play it next week. We'll play it next week. What I said.
Right,
and
because
we got on because you mentioned that I'm going against the greats. I'm going against Diop. I'm going against Dr. Clark, Dr. Ben, and everything. Oh, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna give you an audio, Garfield. Maybe you could play. You could do that.
Go ahead.
of Dr. Clark telling everybody to drop this black thing and move on to other things, which is exactly what I'm saying. But Thunder accused me of being against these great guys. But
You did.
but I hope you can at least see the picture I have as my avatar right now, and acknowledge that a bit. Like, you know, hopefully you can see that.
I saw your video and you're making a compelling argument. I'm not arguing against your argument. I'm arguing against what I said. I said
What you say?
Kemet was referred to them people over there.
And I say,
and you told me it wasn't.
It doesn't.
It was
Right, it doesn't.
So when we saw
Wait. What Kemet are you when you make that make that claim, what Kemet are you talking about?
When we saw Kemet and we saw equal Egyptians on Assad's video, that go against what you said. Whoever that young lady you had on your show, that go against. I said it would talk about them people over there, and you said it was a topic.
And it still doesn't.
Okay, fine. That dictionary don't agree with you. So if you want to argue with that,
if you're hold up. If you're going by what Assar showed, the only thing Assar showed was the difference between the older dictionary from the early 1950s that said Kemet equals Egyptians, to the updated dictionary from 1995 that has the same entry where it says that it's the people of Athribis. That was the point and why Assar showed that slide. That's what you're talking about. And if Garfield said your video's still up, just watch it.
Okay.
So you're wrong. So it's not talking about the Egyptians. It's talking about the inhabitants of the 10th nome that's called Athribis. Put here the Ib.
Where that's at?
The 10th nome. It's in the 10th nome.
Where is that?
I mean, unless I show you on the map, I can show you on the map. But if I had to tell you, just okay.
Me where the 10th nome is.
Just imagine the delta, the triangle shape.
I don't know where the delta at. Where is that?
Oh, come on. You don't know where the
delta
is.
At, man. Tell me where the delta
is. You
Hey, Garfield, put my picture up. Put my picture up big.
Right?
Put
where them people at?
Put my thing up big if you don't mind.
Ja was setting you up for failure, bro.
Where them people? Where Athribis at?
Don't do it, bro.
It's over here in South America. Where?
Don't do. Hey, by the way, Ujao, hold on. Before you go with your slide that you have up, the red as an adjective or desure. What are the Egyptians telling us by using this paint?
Well, the Egyptians chose. I mean, the point that I raised with this is people are just outright lying to everybody else, misinforming people that the Egyptian skin color is the inspiration for the name of their kingdom. And I'm showing here that at all times throughout all of Egypt's history, if you look at all Egyptian artwork, 99% of all Egyptian artwork, when they wanted to paint the adult Egyptian men, including the kings and regular workmen and whatnot, they used the pigment that they called dasher. So if their whole intent was and focus was on their skin color and their skin color being black, as far as their word Kim, and that was the inspiration to name their country, then why in the world would they paint and represent themselves to the world visually as red?
I'm gonna clip that. I'm gonna make that into a short. Hey, the second thing I'm gonna ask you, then you and Thunder could go back and forth. When you have Pepe and the black, right, as they translated, and you have, I think there's about 8 examples of this term being used, the black. Are all the terms being used to differentiate the people from their cousins, their brothers, or what? Have you looked at all the examples that people are floating around?
Yeah, scholars are not even in agreement. They're not even fighting over it, but they're not sure as far as the appendage of the word Kim on these titles. Some of them are saying they're part of epithets. They could be part of the fact that these people were had a prominent position in certain areas that dealt with cattle or whatever the case is. and it was used to differentiate a person with a similar name. So you have Happy Kim and you have Happy Deshare. And it wasn't about their skin color. It was an ontological or taxonomic thing where they use colors to distinguish, and that was it. So that and I showed the tomb of Pepe Kim. I showed like a bunch of pictures of the tomb. So they definitely wasn't trying to tell people that this man was black at all. And that would, like, I mean, look at the logic of it. If the Egyptians were so black that their blackness inspired the name of their entire country, then why would they feel the need to point out a single man as being black? If all of them were black, like that would make no sense. That's like being in a room full of men and somebody singles me out and say, "You're a man." It's like, duh. All of us are men. So if the Egyptians are all black, so much so that that their country name got inspired by that, then why would they point out only in the 6th dynasty a list of a few people that are they're black? What are they trying to say? Everybody's black, but you blue black. I mean, come on, all of it's ridiculous. It's just not in alignment with the reality, and that's why I say these blackologists have gone too far.
That's a good
They've gone too far.
Hey, well,
But I'm gonna show you a Thribis real quick. You can see the screen. All right, so right here, number 10. Can you see? If you can see my cursor, then right there, smack dab at the apex of the delta, that's Nome 10, and that's where Hut Heri-Ib, which became pronounced as Ethribis in Greek and Coptic. You see it? It's right here.
Good. What country that's in?
It's in Egypt.
Okay. Appreciate it.
It's in Egypt.
So they weren't talking about Egypt. They're just talking about the people of Egypt.
No, they're talking about the people of this area. Remember, Egypt, what we call Egypt today, wasn't even called Kemet until the 11th dynasty. Prior to the 11th dynasty, there was a place called Kemet within what we now know as Kemet. So the 10th nome was known as Kemet prior to the whole country being called Kemet. The whole kingdom being called.
What did it mean when it was called, the nome was called Kemet? What did it mean for that nome?
For that particular, it was known as Kemet Weret or Kemwer.
Where was that at? That's in Egypt too?
10.
That's the 10th nome. That's the same nome we're talking about.
Why are you being annoying today, yo?
That's Kemet. Okay, you saying that, but that's in Egypt, right?
Yes, it is the 10th nome.
Okay, all right.
It's the 10th nome.
I appreciate it.
But I want you to follow.
I appreciate it. Appreciate it.
But I'm saying I'm not sure if you follow what I'm saying though.
I just follow everything you said.
Okay, but I'm saying I need to know that. Like I know you heard me, but I want to make sure you understand.
Of Ethribis that you said that Kemet meant over here in 1995, they were talking about the people in Egypt, right?
They were talking about the people in the 10th nome. They were talking about people in the 10th nome.
Yeah, but that in the 10th nome was located in Egypt, right?
Yeah, it's located in Egypt.
So the people of Georgia, so the people are here in Atlanta, Georgia, they are Americans, ain't they? They're located in America.
Yeah, they're in America. Yeah.
So if they call Georgia Americans, that would be grammatically correct, right?
But what I'm saying, see, this I know you don't understand now. So let me.
If we talk about the people of Ethribis,
no, let me.
Is that synonymous with Egyptians?
No, it's not.
Okay.
So, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Yep.
So in the pyramid text, which is way before the 11th dynasty, okay, in the pyramid text, it makes reference to Kemetiu, and the word Kemetiu means those of Kemet. But that particular Kemet at that time in the pyramid text is not talking about what later in the 11th dynasty became the name of the entire kingdom. It was simply talking about the locality that we know as the 10th nome, that was Kemet Weret. Kemet Weret or Kemwer has been shortened to Kemet. It's all attested as Kemet. It's attested as Kemet Weret. It's attested as Kakim. It's attested as Kemwer, etc.
All these places in Egypt.
No, it's the same place. It's not all these places. That's why I want you to follow me. It's the same place. It's different names for the same place.
Oh,
This particular This particular place on this map right now is right here, the 10th nome. Okay.
Same
Now,
place.
yes.
Uh-huh.
So when the early dictionaries said that word Kemet or Kemetiu, and they put Egyptians there, that was an error that was later corrected in a later dictionary who has it correctly, and it says the people of Athribis, which is right here. That's the limit. That's the limit to what it was talking about.
Which is located where?
The arrow, brother. I kept my arrow right
here. Arrow is located where?
Right here in the middle of the screen.
In the middle, and where's the middle of the screen right there? Where that's at?
That's in Egypt, bro.
Okay. That's you asking me what country? Yeah, that's in Tawi, brother.
So the people of Egypt, you say?
No, the people of Athribis. See, that's what I'm saying. Now you're doing this on purpose.
I'm not doing nothing on purpose. You doing this on purpose at this point.
Now you're doing this on purpose.
They say Egyptians. You say people of Athribis, which is in Egypt.
No, that's not me. No, brother, that's not. Listen. I just told you the dictionary. See,
I got the dictionary. You said the dictionary wrong, and you right. Okay, fine. Right? No,
wait. No, I'm not gonna let you do that. Wait, 1 second.
You right. The dictionary wrong.
No, I'm not gonna let you do that.
Okay,
the dictionary. So I'm gonna slow it down for you. And I think you playing, and I don't mind. We can have fun. We can have fun a little bit.
You playing?
So listen.
You're trying to tell me that the people of Athribis was not located in Egypt. If that's what you're trying to tell me, then you're playing. But go ahead.
Listen to me.
Go ahead.
There's a dictionary, the Ermengarde Waterbuck Dictionary.
It's wrong.
They had yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
A later Waterbuck Dictionary in 1995 that you're talking about, the Asar Imhotep slide. He showed the dictionary page. I could show it now, but it take me time to pull up my slides and stuff like that. So I'm gonna explain it to you. In 1995, there's a publication of a new dictionary, and they corrected the previous dictionary with that entry. It says the same word, but they now said correctly the people of Athribis.
Okay.
All right. So it's not what Buja was saying or any of that. So I'm not gonna let you do that to me. So that's where we are with that.
We'll see
now I'm explaining it to you. I'm explaining to you why they corrected it. And what I'm saying is that in the pyramid text, there's a mention of a Kemet in the form of Kemetiu, talking about those of Kemet. But the question is, what Kemet is that? Because the country wasn't called Kemet during the pyramid times, during the pyramid text. So what Kemet was that? It was only talking about the 10th nome called Kemet Weret. And it's attested shortened to Kemet. That is the Kemet it's talking about. Then much later, in the 11th dynasty, the name of the kingdom became known as Kemet and Tameri. Those two naming conventions emerged around the 11th dynasty.
Right. So 11th dynasty, the people of Athribis, they were known as what?
They were still known as the people of Athribis, the Kemetiu.
Okay.
And they were also called now here
they were also called Egyptians.
Say it again.
They was also called Egyptians.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
Egyptians, because see that's what I'm saying. I don't I know you. I don't think you're really following, and I can't tell if you're joking or not.
Keep going.
I'm just trying to lay out the facts, and then let it fall where they fall. So I told you that the kingdom of Egypt, the kingdom of what we call Egypt today, was called Kemet at the 11th dynasty forward. Prior to that, it was not called that. All right.
Right.
The Kemet that's attested in these texts is talking about the 10th nome. And I'm pointing to it on the screen, and you can see it over here on the right-hand side, the 10th nome, Kemware. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's where it is. Now, what's so special about this particular nome, or was its capital, and main temple, Hut Heri Ib, which is the temple that's upon the heart. And it goes back to the story about Usir's body parts being buried. That's where the story says Usir's heart was buried. So this temple was erected in relationship to that. That's why it's Hut Heri Ib, the palace or temple upon the heart. All right, that was buried there. And so anytime you have a major temple, you have the metropolis that surrounds it, it becomes the name of what's called a sapat, or what we call today a nome. And all these sapats, so there's 42 sapats or 42 nomes that everybody knows about. The 10th one of Tamehu, or Lower Egypt, it's called Kemet Weret. Shortened form, Kemet. That's what that's about. So when the pyramid text mentions that and is talking about that in the context, it is talking about the people there, not all Egyptians or anything like that. All right.
Okay.
So
we'll see you next week.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
He ain't asking the right question.
We'll see you.
I know. Hey, Godfrey, you asked me the right question.
We'll see you next week.
What's the question?
After the 12th dynasty, right? Mm-hmm. And they use the term Kemet, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. When did it move from the 10th nome to become all of Kemet all the time?
I'm sorry, say it again.
All right, we know it's the 10th nome, it was known as Kemet Weret, right?
Yeah, yep.
So when did that end? Did it end at the 11th dynasty, the 12th dynasty? When did that end?
No, it didn't. It was still known. It was that nome name by Kemet Weret was known by that name all throughout Egypt's history to the Ptolemaic era. Because Athribis, even the deity Heru Kenti Kati is a falcon headed deity, also a crocodile deity. He took many forms. That deity is mentioned in the Medinet Habu, the Temple of Edfu, all that stuff, even in the late period. So that never stopped. Just so you know, that never stopped.
That reminds me of Wida in Benin, because they had a Wida town, which is what they have today, and they had Wida the kingdom. So people's like, why the town? This is why it's so confusing arguing with the Israelites about it, because it had two towns it had a town with the name of the kingdom, you know. So just like how Kemet got that nome with the name Kemet, it's confusing. But I'm gonna leave it there, man. Hey Thunder, you good? Are you researching? You trying to come at Ojawa, or you give up tonight? You give up tonight?
Yeah, I'm good. I'll see you next week.
You'll see me next week. Yeah. Just make sure. Just make sure you don't misconstrue my arguments.
Nah,
you
good. You ain't got to say no more, bro. We got you. We already to fit and line you up. We got you. You good.
Okay. And if you soundbite me and clip me, make sure you
listen, my brother. We good. We good over here. We got you.
All right.
We good. Right. You know what I'm saying?
I got you too. We
good. Chef say what is a known?
He says what is a known?
We're not paying Chef no mind tonight. He trolling. Don't pay him no mind. All right. Hey, thanks for the slides, by the way. I stole all your slides you did on my show. I stole all of them with y'all, just to let you know.
That's
and you have a great idea too when you talk about chronologically documenting the Egyptians and their images. I did talk to Asar about doing something about the chronology as far as every dynasty we could do something. But that's a very good idea that you had.
Yeah, no, if you do it, listen, man. Yeah. I mean, I ain't gonna. Yeah, just do it. I have like about almost a terabyte of images.
Come on the panel, Chef.
Oh, and, we need that. We need that work.
I have a lot of images, and even for a quick slideshow when I went live, I'm just trying to pull one from each dynasty just to show people the consistency of this red pigment that they're using to display themselves. Mm-hmm. But everybody else is trying to mojo people and say that all the inspiration was the color black because of the black bull. But I want everybody to notice that I have a cow or herd or cattle. They say the divine black cattle and the cattle herd and whatnot.
Well, that's a divine red cattle.
it's and that's what they use. That's what they tell you they use. They use the same colors. So all this colorism and people looking at stuff and want to do that, it doesn't fit. And if it doesn't fit, you must have quit.
Okay. Let's get the fair use disclaimer out of the way. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Now, I just want to show you what was said. Joe said that on 99% of all Egyptian artwork, they used the pigment that they called desher. Now, desher is the hieroglyphic or Medu Neter word for red. And here I'm paraphrasing, but everybody can go back and listen. He asked a question, why would they use the pigment? And then he went on and he said that this is visually red. Then he said, these blackologists have gone too far. Then he said, the red pigment that they used to display themselves. And at the end, talking about this pigmentation, this red pigment, he said, that's what they used. That's what they tell you they used. Really? When and where did they say that's what they used? They said it must be written somewhere. Now, let's listen to this.
You know, we're reading from left to right. Those first three signs represent the group Kemet, and it comes from the word Kem, which means black. So Kemet means literally that which is black. And generally speaking, this word classically refers to Egypt as being the black land. And then the three signs you have, the seated man, the seated woman, and those three strokes that look like the number one. Those three strokes together is sort of the designation for plural. So the man and the women and the three strokes would be like meaning generically people. So if you read this would look like a writing for the black people.
Okay.
Or those who are black, referring to a group of people. And if you wanted to write a word that meant those who are black, referring to people, this is how you would write it. The question I have is whether this is actually something that it would appear on an ancient Egyptian text, or whether this is something somebody has composed in using Egyptian hieroglyphs that is not actually from an ancient Egyptian text.
All right, so Smash, you see, that's going to be played. You could chop that up and say, hey, I got him. Look, I got a scholar that agree with me. Well, you will see what happened after that. But anyway, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Now, in the chat, you do have the TLA entry or Lemna 164440. 164440. Let's have a look. See, I think the first time I shared a different link which actually didn't work. The reason why it didn't work, it won't work on the chat, but anyway. So the link that I share is once you click here, occurrences in 6 sentences. Okay. So you do have the Kemetiu here. It opened a new page. Okay. Now, if we go down, Look. This is what the scholar was inquiring about, wondering if this can be found in some ancient Egyptian texts. You see the I6 glyph, the loaf of bread, the seated man, seated woman, and the three strokes of the plural. Right? Now, what reference do we have? Oh, snap. I think you need to... But exactly, oh, probably here. But where you need to click. Oh, I think okay. I think I have to click on that one. Okay, that opened a new window. Similar though. Back. Oh, okay, I get it. Now, before you click on occurrences in 6 sentences, basically the link that I gave, you do have the bibliography right here. So WB stands for Water Book. Okay. So it tells you page 127. Now, FDC stands for Faulkner Concise Dictionary, and it tells us page 286. So we're first going to look at the Water Book, page 127. Now, this is the Water Book, volume 5. So I'm sharing the link in the chat. Yeah, okay. So you can see this is page 127. And when we go down, here, same glyph, loaf of bread, seated man, seated woman, and the three strokes. And if we go to the next page, 1 to 8, we have, oh, this time we have the teal bird. Okay. So now the other one will be on my next computer. So now I'm going to show Faulkner's Concise Dictionary, page 286. Too many tabs open here. I won't be long. Should share now. There it is. So you can see this is page 286, Faulkner's Concise Dictionary. And right here you do have the I6 glyph, the loaf of bread, the seated man and woman, and the three strokes. And it says Kemet Collective, Egyptians. Now PKAH 3,3.5. I thought I wrote it on my other PC. Where's the chat? There it is. This reference right here, PKAH 3.5. On that same book, it tells you that this is the reference. Papari from Kahun and Gurub. Then it gives you the plate and the volume, which means that it is on plate 3. So I have it right there. So I'm going to share my screen. So let Let me make sure that it is sharing well. Yes, it is. So at the top, you can see LV.1.him to User Tesen. It says 3. Then it says page 3. Now you have the number 5. So that's this part here. Hieratic. And we have the hieroglyphic transcript, on the next page. So at the top right corner, it says plate 3, right? And here you see the number 5. It's a bit small, but okay. So the number 5 here stands for that part right here. Once again, you have the number 5 here. I don't know if you can see my cursor. And here, right here, make it larger. Right here, the Isis glyph, the loaf of bread, the city, the man, city, the moment, and the 3 strokes. So we have that on the Water Book and on Faulkner's Concise Dictionary. Now, there is another reference and it is a book by Kurt. But I don't think they gave the page number. It says somewhere in the Water Book that it is on the pyramid text of Pepi. Pictures of the pyramid text of Pepi are available online. What I would like to do is just show the actual picture of the hieroglyphic transcript. So if somebody can direct me to the page of the book of Kurt, or give me the link to the actual show you the website. Put online. Yeah, the pyramid text online. Oh, I have to unshare there. So you have several parts, okay? It says pyramid text of Unas. I'm not sure if they have the pyramid text of Pepi, but anyway, if somebody can direct me, I don't want to be too long with this, and it's really for people who are enthusiasts or passionate. The last thing I wanted to do, there's one thing I wanted to do before I finish, but let's see, it seems that it escapes me. Pokemon already did that. I forgot. And I'm gonna remember when I finish the last stream. It's always like that. Never mind. So that's the main thing. I would like to have I would like to show. I would like to see and to show, to share the actual picture, seeing the glyphs. Okay. So stay safe, stay healthy. If I'm allowed to, by the nature, I will definitely holler back at you. I don't argue, I stay facts. If you're not part of the solution and part of the problem, if you do not think right, you will not act right. If you know better, you will do better. Do it to do it. I remember what I wanted to share just before I finish. Now, you heard Ujau, saying, that they use the red. Is this red? Are they red here? And you have the references at the bottom. Tomb of King Tut, Tutankhamen. Are they red? That person red? Egizio, Torino? Are those women red? Are they red? He said 99% of all Egyptian artwork. 99%. Now, did he ever go to some museums abroad? I went to some museum with Egyptian artifacts in Lyon, south of France, close to Italy. I've been to Belgium. I've been to Switzerland. I've been to Italy. I've been to Denmark. I've been to the Netherlands. I've been to Spain, Barcelona. Maxos wrote, Wu said the ancient Egyptians were not brown or black, they were red. Probably it's the question. You can go back to the beginning in your own time. That's the reason why I played a 20-minute excerpt and I went on mute. I did not comment, so it is in full context. So for him to say 99% of Egyptian artwork, are those red? Those people red? No. Are those women red? This one is not a woman here in the middle. Those people red? Those women are red right here, are they? And here. That's what you call red? That's what you call red? Here. British Museum. Are they red? Of Nacht. Compare the white color of the clothing. Maxos wrote, they don't look red to me. They don't look red to me either. It seems that the biggest problem in Egyptology is bad eyesight. So with the right eyeglasses, the issues will be solved. Are those people red? Are they painted red? Is that red color? Is that Desher? Is that Desheret? Is she red? Are they red? Are they red here? Are they red compared with the white color of the clothing? Those people red? Red here? Are they? Are they red here? The best thing he could have done is to compare animals with humans. And when he came to my panel, I told him, you know. Those people are red. Is he red? Is he red? They say stay healthy. If I'm allowed to by the nature, I will definitely holler back at you. I don't argue, I stay fast. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. If you do not think right, you will not act right. If you know better, you'll do better. Do it to the nature hotel.
Now, for the record, for those who don't know, I'm giving Medu Nature classes. And here, that's the flyer. Okay? So, those who are interested, feel free to holler at me. If you're not interested, it's cool. But I recommend that everybody who has not yet seen the video, Kemet and Ma'at, Before Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, then watch it. It has about 300,000 views and really deserves to have a lot more.
I just want to let everyone know who's listening in now and who's going to listen to this stream in the future. I just had my first Meta Nature class by Brother Shaka today, and I've had other Meta Nature lessons by other teachers, and I can tell you right now, the brother is the best in the game. He is that was one of the best classes I've ever had, ever. So if you're interested in learning the Meta Nature, if you're interested in getting the basics of it, Brother Shaka is an awesome teacher. Get with him, and it's extremely affordable. This brother is giving us his time and his skills, and he's basically giving it away. I mean, I just consider it a donation. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody's interested in learning the Meta Nature, get with this brother right here. He's an awesome teacher. And I'll end with that.
Hotep Senu, Hena Senut. This is Julie, also known as Servant of Yah, and I'm currently taking the Medu Nature classes with Brother Shaka, and it has been an amazing experience. Only 2 lessons so far, and I feel like I've been taking the classes for months, just with the how in depth he goes into the vocabulary words, the construction of the language, the grammar. It's been immeasurable, the experience. And one thing that comes across, hands down, is his extreme passion for teaching this to anyone who is willing to learn and has an interest in learning. So I highly suggest, if you are interested, even a minimal interest, that you subscribe to the classes with Brother Shaka. It's such a nominal amount for how much you get. I know, like, our last class was over 2.5 hours. It felt like 2 minutes, but because that's how, involved you are in what he's teaching and how he teaches and how compassionate he is about what he teaches. Also with sharing materials free of charge, no question, no doubt. It's just what he does. He doesn't have to, but he does. And so I just wanted to give a short testimonial about the class and the effectiveness of the class. And all of that is attested to how studied Brother Shaka is. So I highly recommend anyone with a minimal interest that you do sign up for the Medu Nature class. Hotep.
Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, which is Ma'at Forever. Don't forget to watch the video entitled Kemet and Ma'at. Don't forget to share Kemet and Ma'at on my channel on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, or other social media that you use. Email, text messages, you name it. Those who wish to donate can do so on paypal.me/maatforever.